I'm here in Vancouver. I've just taken part in one day of the BC bike race. I'll talk you through what tools I took with me on that day and how I carried my gear. I rode day 5, that was the Queen stage, so the biggest stage of the race. It was 58 kilometers, 1600 meters of elevation. It took me 4 hours. It took the top riders. Jeff Kabush did it in 2 hours 50, I think. But there were riders still rolling in after sort of 8 hours, so big day out. There's actually 2 aid stations on this stage, so somewhere to fuel up, get some more water, some electrolyte juice, some bars, some fruit. So you don't have to be completely self-sufficient, but I did carry 2 water bottles with me. So these are the smaller bottles, the 620ml, 21 ounce bottles. I had electrolyte in both of those just so I knew straight water for me probably wouldn't be enough. It was pretty humid, so I was definitely sweating. Lucky with the Canyon Lux, you can fit 2 water bottles. I know not all bikes can do that. Most cross-country bikes can. I use the Toe Peak bottle cages, which are nice and compact. See how close it is actually to hitting the down tube on this bike. Toe Peak actually do sell like an adapter that means you can move your bottle cage up and down to get it into your frame, but nicely these 2 just fit in there. As far as food goes, I took plenty of bars and gels with me, probably 3 of each actually. But you probably could make it on that race just by picking up stuff at the aid stations. But I'd rather be over prepared, get a big breakfast inside me and actually stick these in my pockets. I rode in baggies, so baggy shorts, baggy jersey, so easy to just stuff them in my pockets. There are a lot of riders at BC Bike Race riding in lycra, so of course you've got the back pockets or even gel, people stick them up their shorts. But on a race like the BC Bike Race, you need to have that food somewhere easily accessible, so in your pockets is probably best. Of course, if you're not racing, stick it anyway, you can stop and get it out. As far as tools and spares on the bike, I took the bare minimum really for a big day out. So a multi-tool with a chain tool, a pump, a spare tube, a mech hanger and a power link. Now I'll show you where I kept all those things. So I'm running the Toe Peak Ninja SK bottle cages, super handy. They've got different options for what you can mount to the bottom of them. Basically on this one I've got that multi-tool stuck under there, so super easy, got everything you need on there, included a chain tool. You can swap these out as well, so if you just press the button, the tool comes off and you've got different things to mount on there. What you will see is I've got my tube mounted up here with one of those sort of all-mounting straps because I couldn't fit both the tool and my tube down here. But there is an option, that Velcro strap, if you've got a bike that will fit a tool and a tube, you can do that if you like. You know somewhere else to stash your tools? Well, in my bar end plug, I've got a tubeless tyre plug that fortunately I didn't need. Other options, Toe Peak again, got some more Ninja tools. That's the Ninja C. That is a chain tool plus Allen keys. Obviously I didn't need that, so I've got my chain tool on my multi-tool down there. I carried a spare tube and a pump because of course punctures, they're the most common mechanical and I saw quite a few out there on the day. I chose quite a small pump, that's the Toe Peak Race Rocket MT. So mini pumps, one of those things, the bigger you go, the more volume they've got, so great with tubeless tyres, but obviously they're just bigger, weigh a little bit more. So that was a great compromise. It's mounted underneath my bottle cage as well, so nice and neat. I've also got a valve tool just on the bottom of that pump in case you need it. I actually only chose to take 1 spare tube with me, which is a bit of a risk actually. So it was rough, was gnarly. I actually decided just to go up on my tyre pressures and just carry 1 tube to try and get away from any punctures. So I ran sort of 26 PSI in the front, 28 in the rear, which was quite hard. I actually did a bike check, which will be coming up on GMBN Tech with Jeff Kabush. I think he said he was down to 20-ish on his tyres, so much lower than I was going and obviously worked for him. So there's a good example. If you see the different sizes, that one is a bit chunkier, but obviously that's going to give you pressure much faster if you need it. That's the Toe Peak Mountain TTG twin turbo, even got a pressure gauge on there. Tucked underneath that strap as well, I've got a spare mech hanger because to me, a day like that, it's essential. I did see somebody snap their mech hanger halfway through the 50-kilometer stage, and then you're pretty much screwed. There's a lot of pushing, a lot of freewheeling to go. So that's the way I did it, mounted virtually everything to my bike. Of course, there are other options. If you've got longer days out, you can start thinking about having a saddlebag on there. They're compatible with dropper posts as well. So with the saddlebag, I could have got rid of that multi-tool, used a bigger one. So this is the Alien 3 with 32 functions on there. Stick that in your saddlebag, You could then put your tube down there if you wanted and carry another tube in your saddlebag, so fully prepared. So that's all the various gear that I used at the BC bike race and how I carried it on my bike. If you want to see the original video to see just how far cross-country bikes have come, click over there for that one. Give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button.